So moving on to my next point, it actually comes from Roy's, our very own Roy Osherov's blog, iSerializable. And Roy writes about the legend of free tools. And he looks into a forum post by a guy who tried to implement continuous integration in his workplace and took the common cruisecontrol.net free continuous integration tool and then fell into every pitfall he could because the tool is complicated, it's XML configuration based, it's pretty... I created a CI solution once based on cruisecontrol.net and no...
Used that in Typemok for a lot of time. For a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, we used this in-house for a long time and Roy's point is exactly mine. I guess he went through the same experiences. Once you start using the commercial solutions like TeamCity, there's no going back.
Yeah, or Final Builder instead of Cost Control, because TeamCity is essentially free for small teams. Yeah, you can have up to 3 projects, I think.
Yeah, most products nowadays, most web-based products at least, have a evaluation-based or small team-based. Typemok Isolator has an open source license that's free, and you can experience most products and see what they're worth over the free products for free usually. And really, if you have a free solution that's well, free, but you can customize it to fit your needs, or you have a for-pay solution that already comes with all the capabilities you need, I would almost always go for the for-pay solution.
Well, and like you said, you have an evaluation, you're doing a spike, you need to choose a tool for your team. Well, do the evaluation. Afterwards, try to understand if the cost worth it. But first of all, check if the tool is in fact what you need.
Yeah, well, again, this is not dissing free solutions because there are some excellent ones out there. The question is, does the free solution suit your needs, or do you need to customize it, to work on it, to give you what you need? And you need to remember there's cost associated with customizing and development hours. One of the comments on Roy's blog post really rang my bell here because the guy said that in his organization they value purchasing dollars over work dollars. This means his managers would rather have him work a couple of weeks for something they could have bought with half the cost of his development hours. And that really strikes me wrong.
Oh, but it's very common.
Yeah.
Because to purchase something you need authorization and marketing or whatever, or purchasing, and your manager approval, and to work you just need to be there. That's why most developers prefer to waste time.
Yeah, well, in my experience from the past, I've done the same thing myself. I preferred going for the free solution and then working my ass off making it work over trying to convince my manager.
Yes.
If nowadays I understand that if I want to have influence in the organization, I should try to save money and convince my manager what the right cause of action is, and not avoid conflict. And
okay,
yeah.
I have a post I needed to say. I'll say what I found interesting about it. Let's say it like that. It's a post by John Mills about the rise of unit testing in open source software. And John Mills starts with a very funny line, as far as I'm concerned, that he noticed a trend about unit testing.
Funny for us.
Funny for us, because, we've been noticing this trend for about the past 2 years. But he continues to write a very good post about how when you're doing an open source with people you don't know and people that don't know the project fully and can't talk to you on a daily basis, unit testing is probably the only way to go. Because I can join many open source projects, change a few lines and commit it back. And if you don't have any unit tests, I can really destroy something there.
Yeah.
And unit test plus open source plus some source control like Subversion or JIT, which is a very distributed source control solution, is probably the way to go. I just like the title that is saying that unit testing is on the rise, and seems to me, well, it's nice that people started noticing. That's what I think.
Yeah, this actually really ties with my next point.
Okay.
So my next topic comes from the Make Code Easy blog. It's a pretty new blog. As I said, I found some new news sources by a guy named Steve. He didn't say his last name, so hi, Steve. And
we'll give them a link, and you can.
yeah, we'll put all the links in the show notes. And Steve puts in a very high level look into unit testing in his blog, just as an introductory topic, saying this is unit testing and this is integration testing and this is what you need to do unit testing and these are the benefits. I think I prepared this presentation a couple of times in the past, and
you have it a few times.
I really love the initiative. It seems like I wouldn't believe you need it in this day and age, but I understand we are a bit in a bubble here because we've been practicing unit testing and creating a unit testing product for forever. But I really love the initiative. That's really nice. My question here and my topic for discussion is, why would you need such a long introduction? He puts like a couple of pages.
That's what we have. Okay.
Okay, between unit and integration tests, and then why do you need stubs? And then, well, it seems too cumbersome to me. Is unit testing too hard to grok, to understand?
Well, you have to remember that there's no one place. I've noticed that most tutorials on unit testing show you simple examples, and now you write one or two tests and run one unit. And it's good that someone took everything and put it in one place. I never found a good tutorial that shows how to use mock objects with introductory to unit testing, or explain that you need that at all. Most people start unit test, don't know they need stubs or mock.
He's talking about stubs and doesn't go into
very high level then.
The more complex aspects of mocking.
I guess. Well, it's a blog. It's a free internet. Everyone can read.
Yeah, of course.
It seems to me like too much information, mainly because unit test and integration test. It's good to know the difference. And there's discussions, and you should. I don't know about the mock stubs fake issue. I don't like naming them names. We call them fakes because we don't care. Not that much. I needed to read it, but it's good that someone does that. It's amazing in our echo chamber in Type Mock we deal with people that know unit testing, use mock objects and know whatever that was, and it always amazes or not amazes. We tend to forget that some people don't do unit tests or don't know even what it is. For instance, we're doing another presentation in Israel in the 20th, and someone commented and told me that last week they did an MVC, ASP MVC presentation, and when the presenter he asked who is using unit tests in their MVC, ASP MVC .NET, which you get free. You just start today with 2010. You start a new MVC.NET project, and you get unit tests. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You have templates on the internet. Well, about 2 people in the whole room did unit tests with the ASP.NET.
Yeah, and I had the opportunity to participate in a discussion group with several other software developer and software development leads. And the question was, do you do unit testing? And like half of the people said they know about unit testing. Half of those said that they want to do unit testing, but they never get to it. And
yes, I don't have any time.
Yeah, you don't have time. Well, we believe in unit testing. We believe you should practice it, and that it's really helpful for your software quality and your development practices. But we need to understand that that's not all that's out there, and not everyone knows everything. So if you are new to unit testing, you should check out Steve's blog on makecodeeasy.com.
And good luck with your new blog.
Yeah, good luck, Steve.